Week 16 of the 2024 NFL season has come and gone. The playoff picture is starting to be more clear, and these quarterbacks were throwing dimes for dime miss as Christmas is obviously coming around the corner. As always, I'm professional quarterback Justin Arth here to rank my top 5 quarterbacks of the week. Make sure you guys go leave a like, and hey, let me know your opinions down in the comments down below. But let's get on to my honorable mentions. Cooper Rush, Michael Penix Jr., Bo Nix, and Lamar Jackson. Yes, Lamar Jackson missed out on my list for the first time in a long time this week. Number 5, Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels had a 99.1 QBR, 24 of 39 for 258 yards and 5 touchdowns, with 2 interceptions, unfortunately, with 81 rushing yards on the ground. Jayden Daniels continues to show off his elite level understanding of what defensive assignments are and uses it against those defenders. Obviously, Jayden Daniels is one of the best deep ball throwers in the NFL, and he continues to run at a very high level, even higher than Lamar Jackson. He played at a very high level in the comeback win, and he is reestablishing his case for Rookie of the Year. And where I do unfortunately have to downgrade Jayden Daniels and why he's number 5 on my list is the 2 interceptions. When the pressure got to him, we saw slight adjustments in his mechanics for that overthrow that was the pick, and then a poor decision to try to make a play downfield when falling backwards that really should have lost them the game. But in a way, to be Josh Allen-like and make up for those mistakes and win the football game despite those mistakes, that is why Jayden Daniels makes my list this week. Number 4, Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert had a 110.1 QBR, 23 of 31 for 284 yards, 2 touchdowns with an interception, and 28 rushing yards on the ground. Justin Herbert was masterful in this 11-point comeback win against the Broncos. What stood out to me was his season-high 99.1 total QBR when he was pressured. He made his biggest throws when pressured and in high-leverage situations, which again is your third downs, your fourth downs, the 2-minute drill on the second and the fourth quarter. Always looked under control even when the play around him was out of control. The footwork was very solid. The athleticism was on full display. And with Christmas coming, Justin Herbert was giving dimes for what I'm calling dime miss. Justin Herbert played big when the Chargers needed him. Number 3, Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold had a 112.3 QBR, 22 of 35 for 246 yards and 3 touchdowns with 11 rushing yards on the ground. Another Jedi-esque performance for Sam Darnold, this time against a stingy Seattle Seahawks defense. In a hostile environment that we all know, the 12th man, against a solid defense in the Seattle Seahawks, Darnold played magnificently. Seattle gave a lot of too high looks, which is what we're accustomed to seeing out of their defense. And Sam took what the defense was giving him early on in the game, and he kept things on rhythm and in schedule. But as the game continued to go on, the athleticism to extend plays and create plays downfield became a lot more apparent. He threw pinpoint strikes with elite accuracy to Jay Jettas. And in the clutch, when the Vikings needed it the most, Darnold showed up again to keep Minnesota alive in not only the NFC North playoff race, but the NFC playoff race for that number 1 seed. Sam Darnold is clutch, and he is balling for the Minnesota Vikings. Number 2, Jared Goff. Jared Goff had a 137.0 QBR, 23 of 32 for 336 yards and 3 touchdowns. Jared Goff continues to give consistent high-level quarterback play for the Detroit Lions. This week, he didn't need to be spectacular. A lot of screen plays, a lot of short yardage throws, and he just needed to keep the offense in rhythm. He did just that. He was great at finding mismatches in the defense, finding high corners to be able to throw out routes on the outside to get the downs moving. But when he needed to push the ball downfield, he did that with extreme level accuracy and with also amazing play design with that fake falling down touchdown throw he threw to that lineman. Jared Goff continues to play quarterback at an extremely high level and keep the Lions as a top team in the NFC. Number 1, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow had a 134.3 QBR, 23 of 30 for 252 yards, 3 touchdowns, with an additional 19 yards on the ground. Joe Burrow is the best quarterback in the National Football League. Yes, I said it. What else do you want to see out of Burrow? He completes passes at an extremely high percentage. He threw dimes on perfectly placed balls. He didn't turn over the football. He pulled off Houdini-like plays that we're accustomed to seeing from Patrick Mahomes, and he created plays when being tackled, extended plays, and made great other runs with his legs. And yes, he has an uphill battle to get the Cincinnati Bengals into the playoffs, But Burrow balling the way that he is opening up that conversation to not only get himself an AFC playoff spot, although it is a long shot, but to also be a relevant conversation for the MVP award this year. Joe Burrow is playing like the best quarterback in the NFL holistically from everything we're seeing, from the mental game, from how he's performing, throwing the balls into open space and anticipating and getting the ball to playmakers, to being able to create plays on his own and create with athleticism. Joe Burrow is firing on all cylinders with every phase of his game.